We're going to see how NBA superstar Kevin Durant outsmarted the NBA and became a billionaire. Let's see what the video's got to say, and I'll give my thoughts as we go.
In 2025, Kevin Durant passed LeBron James to become the highest earning player in NBA history. $598 million in career salary, more than anyone else that has ever stepped foot on an NBA court. The crazy part, he did it by turning down the biggest contracts the NBA offered him over and over again. For nearly 2 decades, while every other star player locked in the longest deal they get, Durant kept signing the shortest ones possible, deals that looked like he was gambling his entire career away.
And if you aren't realizing this, it means that instead of making $600 million, which is over $500 million, he probably could have made closer to 750 to 800 million career earnings, but he didn't.
But he wasn't. Durant was running a negotiation tactic so simple that almost anyone who earns a paycheck can use. And for years, no other player in the NBA was. That said, Durant's record-breaking NBA salary is still the least interesting money he's ever made. While the world spent a decade watching him play on the court, Durant was quietly building a multi-8-figure business empire while no one else was watching. This is the story of a kid who couldn't afford his first pair of basketball shoes and had to play in used women's sneakers, became the highest earning player to ever play the game, and built one of the sharpest investment operations professional sports has ever seen. All right, let's get into it. Phase 1. Before the money, there was a funeral. To really understand Kevin Durant, you have to start in his hometown, Seat Pleasant, Maryland. His father left before Durant turned 1, leaving his 21-year-old mother, Wanda, to raise 2 boys on a postal worker's paycheck. Money was tight, and they consistently bounced from one apartment to another. For Kevin,
one of the greatest lessons stories like this always remind you of is the fact that it's not necessarily where you start. We all can start in a difficult situation, in a trying time. But what you need to remember is if you have drive, if you have a discipline and a desire to not settle for the situation you find yourself in, you can totally transform what happens in life. So many people think, you know what, just because I started off on the wrong foot, just because I started behind the 8 ball, it means that time's up. No, time is never up. And especially when you factor in God into the equation, God can transform your life on a whole greater level. This is one of the reasons why I make videos like this. It's another example. Kevin Durant is a great NBA player, right? We'll go down as one of the top 10 best players ever, right? But what's actually significant is making so much money in NBA career earnings, he still made so much money off the basketball court, which so many people don't ever think about.